Hey guys, Crimson Ghost Comics here. Got another haul video for you. Been a couple weeks since my last comic shipment came in, and today I got home from work and had a big old box of books waiting for me from the last like 2-3 weeks. Um, as usual, none of these books are going to be new to a lot of you guys just because I get my books through a mail order subscription service and I'm always about a week behind. I know my last haul video was really long. It was like a half hour long, so I'm going to try to speed through a lot of these just to showcase what I picked up. And yeah, so let's get into it. We'll do DC first, as I am prone to do. So right out of the gate, here we have DC Nation number 3, which is kind of a fanzine slash previews magazine. If you are a DC fan, you aren't getting this from your comic shop, you're kind of missing out. There's a lot of really cool interviews and articles in this magazine. I'm really enjoying it. I hope DC keeps doing them for a long time to come. Next up, DC's own Previews magazine. On the cover here we have Wonder Woman and Justice League Dark, the Witching Hour crossover coming up, and I think on the other side, got Old Lady Harley, just kind of a, I think, a riff on the Old Man Logan stuff. Next up, Doomsday Clock number 6. I've liked this book a lot so far. I know some people are kind of lukewarm on it. It's left a lot of people kind of cold, but I've enjoyed it so far, and I'm a lot less precious about Watchmen than a lot of fans are. But I did, of course, enjoy Watchmen and the movie, and I enjoy the sequel too. It's pretty cool. And we got Doomsday Clock number 6. This is the variant cover. It's pretty cool. It's got Marionette Mime and Rorschach on the front there. Mr. Miracle number 10. This has been a great series by Tom King. I've really enjoyed this. It's trippy and weird, just like Fourth World stuff should be. But it's been a really really good read. At times been really funny, at times been really heartbreaking. It's just good series so far. Got 2 more issues to go and then it's over. And I got Action Comics 1001, which is the first of the new Brian Michael Bendis run for Action Comics. I've liked what he's done in Superman so far. It's been a pretty good run, so this is just adding to that mythology, and I'm hoping it's just as good. And Batman 51 just starts a Mr. Freeze storyline, and Batman 52, Detective Comics 985. It's a pretty sick cover. But not as sick as this next cover, which is Detective Comics 985 variant cover. It's the B cover. God, that's awesome. I really love that cover. Really cool. Okay, next up we got Justice League number 4. And this has been another really good series so far. I wasn't sure how I was going to like Scott Snyder writing the Justice League, but it's been pretty intense so far. And it's been pretty fun to read, so I'm looking forward to this and Justice League number 5, Legion of Doom. That's a great cover right there. I love the Legion of Doom. I always have. And I got Justice League Dark number 1. So Wonder Woman leading a new team of supernatural-based characters. Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps, number 49. This series has been consistently great. I think number 50 is the last issue. I'm not sure. Could go on for a couple more issues, but I think number 50 might be the last one. I love this series, and I'm sad to see it go. Although I know we're getting a new Green Lantern series written by Grant Morrison and drawn by Liam Sharp. So that could be very, very interesting. Liam Sharp's a fantastic artist, and Grant Morrison's a great writer, so it should be good, but I am going to miss this series for sure. Green Lanterns number 51. And back there, get the cover in there. Guardian has been murdered by a traitor in their midst. Fun series. I'm going to be sad to see this one go as well. Green Lanterns number 52. Aquaman number 38. Which this Aquaman series has been fantastic so far. And I know that Dan Abnett's run is coming to a close, but this has been really epic, really cool stuff. If you're not reading Aquaman, you should go back and pick up the Rebirth trades and just fill yourself in, because it's a really good storyline. Next up, Flash 51, the epilogue to the Flash War, which has been really good as well. Really solid storytelling. Wonder Woman 51, with an Art Germ cover, it looks like. Beautiful cover. Looks like Steve Orlando doing a few issues here before the new writer takes over. And here we have Wonder Woman 51, the variant cover. It's the B cover. And it's a fantastic looking cover by Jenny Frison. Mira number 6 of 6. Been a fun read too. Green Arrow number 43. Deathstroke number 34. It's a pretty sick cover. Next up, Adventures of the Super Sons number 1, which I'm glad that this series is back, even if it's only for 12 issues. Super Sons was a really fantastic Rebirth series, and to see Damian Wayne and Jonathan Kent back together again, that's fantastic. I can't wait to read it. Next up, Nightwing 47. My books keep sliding all over the place. These bags. Next up, Teen Titans number 20, which is, I think, the official introduction of the new team of Teen Titans, which everybody's been kind of buzzing about Crush, Lobo's daughter. So we'll see how cool of a character she turns out to be. Batwoman number 17. Batman Beyond number 22. Again, no, I don't think a lot of people are reading Batman Beyond, and at least not that I know of. Nobody I know is really picking it up. And I have to say, if you like the cartoon series, you should be reading Batman Beyond. It's a fantastic series, and Dan Jurgens is the writer on it, Will Conrad doing the art, and it's better than it has any right to be, honestly. It's really good. And here we have Hellblazer 24, the final issue of this run. I didn't expect to like this series, and I have really been drawn into it over the last 24 issues, so this is it's kind of a bittersweet ending for it. I wish it would keep going on. I know that the sales probably aren't as high as DC would like on it. Here we have Harley Quinn 46. And Harley Quinn 46 variant cover with my man Frank Cho doing the artwork here. Harley Quinn 47. And Harley Quinn 47 variant cover, another Frank Cho piece there. Damage number 7 from the New Age of Heroes. I really like this series. I know a lot of people are, at least what I've heard on Facebook and Instagram, is a lot of people are kind of down on the New Age of Heroes books, but I've really enjoyed most of them. I haven't read all of them yet, but what I have read I've really enjoyed. Damage is one of the best ones, I think, along with this book, The Silencer. Like a female assassin for Leviathan that has the power to create like a sphere of silence around her so she can assassinate without anyone hearing anything. And she's trying to get out of Leviathan and have a family and a normal life, and finds out that the assassin's profession is not one that is easily exited. Next up, Terrifics number 6. It's a fun book too. And first issue here of Archie meets Batman 66 with a Mike Allred cover. I'm not a big Archie fan, but I do like the crossovers when they've crossed over with DC characters and Marvel characters in the past, and Predator, and there's been Archie versus Predator, and the crazy stuff, and they've been a lot of fun to read. So I'm a big Batman 66 fan, though. I love the Adam West Batman stuff, and particularly the comic book series, and this looks like it could be just awesome, fun, zaniness, so I'm excited to read that. Next up, we got a one-shot, DC's Beach Blanket Bad Guys Summer Special, and that's a pretty cool cover. It's like an oversized prestige format one-shot with 10 short stories in it, and it looks pretty cool. And a final issue of Liam Sharp's Brave and the Bold, Batman and Wonder Woman. This series is, I'm a couple issues behind on it, but I've really enjoyed what I read. But it's really dense. It's full of like crazy Celtic mythology and intrigue. You know, I don't know how to really describe it. I think you just have to read it. But it is a dense, deep story. It's really a lot of fun. And here's a book I haven't read number 1 of yet, but I keep getting, The Unexpected, number 3. I will at some point get caught up in these. This past week I've been slowly getting caught up on my New Age of Heroes reading. So these series, these Unexpected and the next couple books are my next runs that I need to start in on. New Challengers, number 3. It's another book I haven't read yet, but I like the Challengers of the Unknown, so I hope that this is going to turn out to be just as awesome as the older stuff. And Curse of Brimstone, number 5. And here's the first issue of Injustice versus Masters of the Universe, which looks like it could be a lot of fun. Next up, Batman Sins of the Father, number 6. I think this is the final issue. It's a limited series. I think this is based on the Telltale Games series. And I haven't played them, so I can't tell you anything about that. And I haven't read the limited series. I've been waiting for all 6 of them to finally drop before I dive into it. Wildstorm, number 15. And here's some DC Young Animal stuff. Shade the Changing Woman, number 6. Mother Panic Gotham AD, number 5. I thought I grabbed 2 books there by accident. And next up, we got Cave Carson has an Interstellar Eye, number 5. That's pretty cool. Okay, I'm going to scooch these a little bit out of the way here. To whoa, big piles of books. So next I'll show you what I picked up for Marvel stuff this time around. First of all, we got the Marvel previews. These are I always get these free, the DC previews, the Marvel previews, and the previews magazine from a place I get my comics from, Discount Comic Book Service. And you know, I love going through these just because you know, you guys know what previews are, but I mean, it gives you a sneak preview of everything that's coming out in a couple months, and sometimes I miss stuff too, so rereading the previews makes me really pay attention to stuff I might be interested in that I wouldn't normally pick up. First up, my Marvel pile, we have Amazing Spider-Man number 2. I really enjoyed the first issue. It was a lot of fun, so with a couple of twists at the end there, so I'm hoping the series delivers. I think it will. It's been really good, like the Free Comic Book Day issue and number 1, so I have high hopes for it. Next up, Avengers number 5. This book has been a lot of fun too. Pretty cool cover with Cap there. Peter Parker, The Spectacular Spider-Man, number 307. Thor, number 3. Been a zany ride with that book so far, and we're only 3 issues in. It's crazy. Infinity Wars Prime, #1. I missed out, and I didn't read I didn't buy or read the Infinity Wars Countdown series, which I probably should have, from everything I've been reading. But my budget has been kind of tight for comics, and I don't usually sacrifice my DC books for Marvel books, so I just had to kind of live without it. So I'll probably pick that up in trade or whatever. I'm hoping that Infinity Wars Prime kind of fills me in on who has what Infinity Gems or Stones or whatever you want to call them these days, and kind of brings me up to speed with what is going to happen in this next book, Infinity Wars #1. It has an awesome cover. And I, like a lot of fans, I love the Infinity Gauntlet series from 1990, and that got me anything with infinity in the title. I tend to try to grab if I can, and Marvel's kind of pulled me away in recent years just because some of their events and crossovers and stories just haven't been really that great, I think, and so I tend to be skeptical when they do events like this, but their storytelling on a lot of the series I do read have pulled me back into Marvel. So I noticed today that there's a lot more Marvel books on my pull list than there normally have been in the past. So Marvel's getting me back in. I'm really hoping that this series just delivers. Like it looks and feels like an epic blockbuster. So I'm hoping that it is. Next up, Tony Stark Iron Man #2. I enjoyed the first issue enough to stick with it for a few and see where this goes. I like Dan Slott as a writer in general, so seeing him write Iron Man is going to be a treat, I think. And next up we have, slide around there, Immortal Hulk #3 with a great Alex Ross cover. And I haven't been enjoying this series. This book's been really good. Like a horror title more than a superhero title. Immortal Hulk #4. And Immortal Hulk #4, this is the Arthur Adams Return of the Fantastic Four variant cover. I am super excited for the Fantastic Four book that, as I drop this video, many of you have already picked up and read, and I have to wait painfully. I have to wait another week before I can get my hands on my copy, but I'm a big FF fan from back when I was a kid, and I can't wait. To have Marvel's first family back is just a really good feeling. Captain America #2, gorgeous Alex Ross cover there. Marvel 2-in-1 #8, been enjoying that series a lot. It's been really fun. X-Men Red #6, another really good series I've been enjoying. And I decided to give this a try after the whole X-Men wedding issue, Mr. and Mrs. X #1. Gambit and Rogue, the gorgeous Dodson cover there. I like his work a lot. And X-Men Grand Design Second Genesis #1, which if you guys didn't read the first 2 Grand Designs from the original series, it basically is a summary of the entire history of the X-Men, and this starts with like the Giant Size X-Men #1 moving forward, I think, and it'll be one of 2, so there's 2 issues total, and I really enjoyed the first series, so I had to get this one too. And some True Believers books. I always get these. What if Spider-Man had joined the Fantastic Four? This is a what if I never had as a kid, so it's kind of cool to have a True Believers of it. True Believers, Fantastic Four, The Coming of Herbie. This is another book I don't think I have. Pretty sure. I have a pretty extensive Fantastic Four collection, but I don't think I have this one. True Believers, Fantastic Four, The Birth of Valeria. I do have the original issue of this one. True Believers, The New Fantastic Four versus the Fantastic Four. Looks pretty cool. Fantastic Four by John Byrne, one of my favorite writers and artists. Another one of my favorites, Walter Simonson. I do have the original issue of this one as well, but you know, I get these for about 60 cents a pop, so you really can't pass them up. It's a fantastic deal to get these, so I always try to get the True Believers. Okay, I just hit the 20-minute mark, so I got to keep moving here to try to beat that half-hour mark. So I also got some trades in hardbacks. I'm going to go through that stuff really quick. So we got Superman for All Seasons by Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale. I've never read this. I've heard a lot about it over the years, and I've always wanted to pick it up. And whenever I find the individual issues, they're just too spendy for me. So I decided to spring for the trade and keep up for solicit. New Teen Titans Volume 9. I've been getting the whole series of these. I'm a massive New Teen Titans fan, particularly the Wolfman and Perez era. This stuff is just classic. Great stories. If you haven't read them, check them out. Flash by Mark Waid, Volume 1. Actually, I've never read Mark Waid's run on The Flash. I know it's criminal for a DC fan, but I was way completely consumed by Marvel Comics when this stuff was coming out, so I didn't really buy a whole lot of DC at that point in time. So, really eager to jump into these stories. Next up, we have the Doom Patrol, the Silver Age, Volume 1. I don't know a lot about the Silver Age Doom Patrol. I know a little bit, just from what I gathered from their appearances in other Silver Age books, but I've never read their solo titles, so this is new for me. Next up, we have Supergirl, the Silver Age, Volume 2, which the cover betrays what's inside. It's really zany Silver Age stuff in here. But I got Volume 1, I enjoyed it, and I'm a big Supergirl fan. Any of the Kryptonian characters, honestly. I'm a huge Superman and Supergirl fan. So, had to get that. It was a must-buy. And, put my finger in front of the camera. Sorry about that, you guys. Next up, we have this giant tome. This is the New Teen Titans Omnibus Volume 3, and as you can see, it's a thick one. And this is collecting the Marv Wolfman and George Perez era Teen Titans stuff. This one, I don't know if this finishes out the original series or not. I didn't look to see which numbers this includes. Let's take a look. Okay, Volume 3... 42 through 58, and for the first time with its third annual, and the New Teen Titans Series 2, number 1 through 9. So that's a lot of stuff in here. It feels like it. This is like easily a 20-pound hardback. It's huge. So that's my trades I picked up. I did get a couple of other goodies that I will show you guys real fast. Cycle back through some of this stuff so I don't drop anything. Sorry about the jerky camera, you guys. Recording this on my iPhone, I do plan on getting an actual camera down the road. It'll make it a lot easier to make these videos. So here we have back issue number 106, which is a magazine from Tomorrow's Publishing. I always get this. If you guys love comic book history and articles about the creation of the series from the Bronze Age and what went into all this stuff, like the history and the interviews and all that kind of stuff, this is definitely a magazine you should get. It comes out every couple months, and it's got like just interviews with the creators. It's got original artwork reprinted in here. It's got unused artwork, really in-depth articles going back and exploring the history of publishers and creators and characters and series. It's seriously a great magazine, you guys. If you appreciate the history of comics, do yourself a favor, plunk down the $9 every other month or whatever, and just pick up back issue when you see it. It's great. Or if you do a pre-order system, subscribe to it, get it added to your pull list. It's fantastic. From the same company, Tomorrow's Publishing, I picked this book up, Comic Book Implosion, an oral history of DC Comics, circa 1978, which is kind of talks about when DC was going to expand their comic line, and they did. And then like 2 months later, all those books got canceled, and they went down to like bare bones publishing. It's a fascinating story, but this is a pretty cool book that goes in depth with the creators and has a lot of interviews and behind the scenes information about what actually went down. And as you can see, it's pretty text heavy. But these are all fantastic reads. Working my way through a book they put out not long ago called The Krypton Companion, which is like the history of Superman from the Silver Age to the Bronze Age. It's a really fascinating book. Yeah, Tomorrow's Publishing. They do advertise in Previews magazine, so you can find their stuff there. They're constantly resoliciting things and making their older catalog more available again. So that's basically it, you guys. I did get a new statue, and I got 3 new action figures with my shipment today, but I'm not going to show them for expediency's sake. I'm already hitting 25 minutes on this video. So I'll do separate videos on those. I'll probably drop the statue spotlight video this weekend on Saturday, since I missed last Saturday. And the action figures, at some point in the future, I'll do like a little quick video after I get them opened and kind of pose them in a cool display and show you guys. But that's about it. I did want to say I apologize for anybody who was kind of maybe looking forward to me doing a Saturday statue spotlight this last week. I failed to deliver on that. I'm sorry, you guys. I've had a lot of things going on. I've been really busy at work. It's been insanely busy. Like, I've been working like so many hours. It's nuts. And we've had a family situation where my brother-in-law has been in the hospital with kind of a chronic illness, and he's doing better now. We're all fine, but it was pretty stressful for the family in general. So I just haven't had a lot of time to make videos. And on top of that, I live in Southern Oregon, and we are like on fire right now. So like outside is nothing but toxic smoke and ash, and it's just hot. It's like 104 degrees today, and like you can't see across the street through the smoke, and it's just gnarly. It's been hell on everybody, and everybody's getting sick, and just, you know, energy being low because of not being able to actually breathe oxygen at any given time. So yeah, there's been a lot of factors involved. I'm going to get back to making videos, and you know, I might even do 2 statue spotlights this weekend to make up. You know, I know I only have like 25 subscribers, but you know, 1 or 2 of you guys have mentioned that the statues you like a lot. So I have plenty to do spotlight videos on, and I'd love to share those with you guys. So I will try to get around to making for sure 1 this weekend, maybe even 2 if I have the time. So thanks, you guys, and for everybody who subscribed to my channel, thank you so much. It means a lot. I know it's only like 25 people, and that's you know, under what a lot of channels are, but I've only been doing this for about a month, so to even have 25 subscribers is really a blessing. So thank you guys so much, and everyone who's given me words of encouragement and support, and wants to see more of my goofy content on here. Thanks a lot, you guys, and I will definitely try to make more of a healthy schedule and get videos out in a timely manner. But you know, it's life happens sometimes, and family comes first before comics, and work comes first before comics, unfortunately. So I gotta do what I gotta do, but I will definitely be getting more videos out there for you guys. And but I appreciate everybody's support, all the subscriptions, all the likes, all the thumbs ups, all the comments, the dialogue. I feel like I'm actually starting to make friends with a few of you guys, and it's been the YouTube community, the YouTube comic book community is a really positive thing, and I'm really glad that I have stepped out of the shadows and started making videos to become part of you guys. So thanks again, everybody. If you are new to my channel, thanks for checking it out. If you like what you see, you want to see some more, go ahead and hit subscribe and hit like, and that's about it. I am failing in my hitting the 30-minute mark, so sorry about that, you guys. There was a lot of comics this time around. I tried to go fast, I swear to God, but I'm a wordy guy, so anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching, and happy New Comic Book Wednesday. Bye.